When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Vols will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense will start this game off. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The Rebels want to move quickly. To throw, it's Simmons. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And the ball is loose and live in the back. He's loose. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Back to throw, it's Simmons. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Offense lining up quickly. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes.
He's going up top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Got room to work. Wide open spaces. Still on his feet. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Matthews. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Gives it on the option. Oh, a lot of space. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moffitt. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Pressure coming. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on third down. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard. And for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 17 to Mississippi State. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Hit as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Rodgers. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Vols have their offense in high gear. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7. 2 wide out to either side. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Caught near the sticks, it's Coleman. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the ball's out and they're after it. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, going up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws, because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this is exactly what you need to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Brady. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Oh, he got loose.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. The screen, he's got wheels. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Bring in the heat. Finds his tight end. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a fourth down and decision time. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going with the counter play here. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
The Volunteers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. A quick pass to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Looking for room. It's Johnston. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the ball.
That's reeled in. It's Lee. There we go. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 8 over UCF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And they get to the 16.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
And the Vols will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will signal for the fair catch after a disastrous punt, and this is great news coming up for the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
And the Rebels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. 1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Rebels! And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Quick release by the QB. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Matthews. He did not make it, a stone wall on 3rd down. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Can't make the connection. action, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.